coming live to do a few cards. So I'm starting with the Ace of Swords today. These are cards for myself. You might relate, so if you get something out of them. I've already started putting down some notes and I thought I'll come and finish it off and do it all here. So Ace of Swords for me is always about new beginnings. Swords bring clarity too, especially with the reef here, that it brings more mental clarity than anything. So if you've been in a fog or like the clouds and in a haze at all, the Ace of Swords is known to cut through that and bring clarity. And it is one of success as well. It's a card in the deck. If you were reading and someone wanted to know an answer of yes, this would be a thumbs up. It would be a yes one. Brings new adventures, new activities. Because it's also a card of determination as well. Brings great breakthroughs. So if you've been blocked over something, just know that when this card appears, which I like to see, that brings a breakthrough for you as well. I call it the like this power sword of like Excalibur, bringing through those new activities, new adventures. And if you've been worried about whether to go ahead with something or not, this is definitely a green flag card, a green light, so to speak, into going ahead. The next card that came in was the Wheel of Fortune. It has a couple of winged ones in it, and that's the first thing that jumps out to me. But it's the Wheel of Fortune is it's a universal energy, I call it, universal law. It's one of fate, it's one of karma, it's one of destiny. There's just so much in this card. There's so many stories you could read into it. You've got the books here for knowledge, wisdom, the wings here for being divinely protected. It's one to also reminds that you've got to go with the flow with this card too, because the wheel is always in motion. What's below is above, and things are always moving around. There's some good in the card, there's some bad, and that's the wheel of luck here, and fortune and our fate. So what it does is what goes out there comes back. So with this card in particular, remember to always put kindness. If you're sitting there angry and putting that out to the universe, that's what you're going to receive back to you. So always remember to tread with kindness and love in your heart, and that will this card brings that balance back. Yeah, what you give out will come back. It's also a card of direction as well. What I like to do with this one is pull in your guardians, pull in your own intuition, allow that to guide you, and know the fate of wheel will turn around in your favor. And take the wisdom from the books and your destiny and that universal energy that's coming through, especially with the swords there. Is a good one of good fortune, yeah, to come, to go with the flow. Sometimes a different direction can be needed with that card too. So what may have worked in the past may not work in the future, but with this one, that's such a universal energy. It really comes back. So as long as you go in with a good heart and kindness, the universal law will come into your favor. Your next card was the Queen of Wands. So I was just starting to write about her, and I thought, oh, come on here. The sun brings joy, happiness. She's a confident soul. She has the Leo here and the lion. I say with this card, she has that red fiery passion in her hair. Often in the cards, they'll have the different coloured hair, but with her, it's very much it doesn't matter what colour hair. I mean, we all can dye it these days, so it's really about her fiery passion behind that. The red hair is just a metaphor for it. Then you have the cat here for comfort. The cat reminds us of our intuition and tuning into our own soul for this one there. She's one, reminds us to be practical too. She has that confidence. She's a friendly woman as well. So I'm just going to put this in here because I didn't add it. Friendly. She's intuitive. Very intuitive soul. Self-confident too. Self-confident. Self-assured. Self-confident. Self-assured. And remember that sunflower brings in through the happiness, the joy, and the warmth. Follow your passions, follow your dreams. Stay focused with this one. Definitely stay focused. Actually, the other one was that too. Stay on focus. So even with the Wheel of Fortune, putting focus as well is a strong word here. If you're like me, ADHD, different ways, you can lose focus sometimes. So she reminds you to stay focused in your passions. She's one of positive too. Always big positive. Yeah. She's the type of soul you definitely want around you. She's lovely and confident. So I'm going to take on some of those positive things. Even in love, career, all of it, she brings positive. She talks of new, fresh starts, new quests, new roles in life. And yeah, that's my 3 cards for this week. I'm going to be writing those down and doing a bit more with them, and I will get them up properly on YouTube as well as I go. So if you're seeing this somewhere else, know that I'm just starting off a YouTube channel. That's where I'm going to go over for a little bit and do a bit more, because I'm doing more the art these days and readings, but I am going to mix it up with some readings, because I do those readings for myself, and maybe you'll align with those readings for yourself. And yeah. I'm doing the mushroom heart at the moment. I work on a few at a time. So working on faces at the moment. Some little caricatures. So I've just started on a more masculine one. So I usually go a few at a time with watercolour. I'm waiting for something to dry somewhere, so there's always a few on the go. What else I finished today? This is one I've almost done. Starting on with the wolf. There's another one there I wouldn't show you. I'm not overly happy with it. I'll just go. I've got a few here. I'll grab. I have been putting some shorts up, so you will see those. These are the, I'm calling them soul people, so I'm going to do some more of them. I'll do some more later. I'll probably go live for some of that. I'm getting right into the different colours of people's souls, so it's sort of how I see spirit as well. Not necessarily shaped like this, but I just see the colours. That's how I see a lot of shapes, and when I sense energies and spirit. It's more about the shape of the and colour of the colour. This is a lotus one I've drawn. So lotus for me is all about our light in our life, and our rising, our spiritual growth, our beauty. I've written a bit more about this one, but I think I might have even done a little video on it. So this is very much inspired by, and I have to say thank you to Lisa Hunt. Her artwork was very inspiring in that the colour in the trees, when I seen her drawing faces in the trees, and I've seen this with a few other artists too, and I'm like, I just love it. So yeah, I've started doing I see it when I'm out walking in the forest, so it was like it's only natural that I include it more in my art, yeah. And I'm only new to this, so bear with me as I learn as I go. I haven't been to art school or anything like that. This is another one. She's a sunflower goddess. So So she brings joy and happiness, abundance. She reminds us to follow the sun and the warmth. She reminds us that there is good luck around us too. She's about optimism. And Calliope is a water nymph. It's my little goddess I've drawn with her. This is the one of the cross, which I've done a write up on. This is the 4-leaf clover. Of course, 4-leaf clover brings us hope, faith, and good luck. This one is of angels and divine guidance and winged ones watching over us, and to remember our own light and how bright that shines on this earth plane and realm that we're in at the moment. Here's something a bit different. This is one of the first ones I did actually. It came through with the tower, the crashing down of establishments and breaking down my old belief systems. I had to even break them down myself too. Authorities, the bureaucratic bullshit around sometimes. This is about tuning to intuition, moving through the illusions, choosing what suits your highest good, finding new ways and new beliefs, grounding too, as we transition in and standing tall and being independent, standing alone of organisations if needed too. Be aware. Sometimes over self-isolation can be the only worry I see when I was drawing this one. There was some more faces I'm working on in here. So that was the tower. This is one. It's the flower, the bouquet. I'm still working on a little bit of it. But, there's a couple of artists that have influenced me here too. So one has been this artist here. And you'll see by their colours. Linda Biggs art. She's over in the USA, a fairy artist. I've always been following her for a long time. So her watercolour art really popped out at me. And excuse me. Another artist around. Sharon McLeod, of course. Her artwork. I've been working with her cards and things for some time and following her stuff too. So very much some of their colours have really popped out at me as well. So I'd like to thank those lovely ladies for as I find my own way through. So so I like the things like the bees and the flowers. I'm starting simple with some of the flower work in. Some pictures have been influenced by my son. He used to do a lot of artwork, so I've pulled those forward as well and redoing some of those with his permission as well. These are more like a puppet artwork. Some will be turned into stickers as well. This is a directional one, so this is the arrow symbology. It's just very much Artemis energy. She's about focus and aim, actioning our ways. She's about hunting direction forward, staying on our path as well. Oh, I have a little, little mushrooms had to jump out at me here. Little sparrow. some sparrows, and there were swallows today too. When I go down to the pool, there's often swallows around that were flying around. They were quite playful today. It was good to see. So I'm really enjoying doing the faces and bringing them to life. So I'm not sure where I'll take all this yet. But, I'm going to pop that up, and I'll be back with a card once a week or so and keep sharing my drawings. If I can get my channel up to 50, I'll start going live, yeah? Maybe can't.